we're looking at how ancient Eastern philosophy and cutting-edge molecular biology actually converge on a singular, pretty powerful truth about our skin. So if you've ever felt like those expensive topical creams just aren't doing the whole job, well, you are exactly in the right place.
Let's dive right in by challenging a really traditional idea. The idea that your skin is just this static, physical barrier designed to keep the outside world out. Instead, we're going to look at it as a dynamic, living reflection of your internal health. So, is glowing skin an inside job? Well, as you'll see, the overwhelming evidence points to a massive yes.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll be looking at 1. The skin as a mirror, 2. Your Ayurvedic skin profile, 3. The gut-skin axis, and finally, 4. Botanical armor against pollution.
Starting with section 1, the skin as a mirror.
In Sanskrit, the skin is referred to as twak. But what's really interesting here is that Ayurveda doesn't view it as just a static wall. It's an active, living organ. It literally drinks in vital force from the environment and possesses its very own digestive fire. It's intimately connected to deeper tissues, like your lymph and blood systems, which means it's constantly being fed from deep within. So think of your skin like a mirror. Ayurveda tells us that when your internal digestive fire, which is known as Agni, is impaired, you get this accumulation of undigested toxins, or ama. And this ama doesn't just sit there in your stomach, it spreads to those deeper tissues and directly triggers external inflammation, dryness, and breakouts. Essentially, your skin is just broadcasting what's happening in your gut. Moving on to section 2, your Ayurvedic skin profile. Now, because of this deep internal connection, there really is no one-size-fits-all solution. You have to balance your specific constitutional makeup, your dosha, with opposing botanical elements. For example, if you have dry, cold vata skin, you need heavy, warming nourishment, like a rich sesame oil. But if your dosha is pitta, your skin probably runs oily and hot, and it's prone to redness, right? So you balance that with cooling botanicals like aloe or rose. And for thick, cool kapha skin, you'd want light, gently astringent oils like jojoba. It's all about a highly targeted internal to external balance.
All right, section 3, the gut-skin axis. Let's fast forward to modern science, where we actually find the precise biological equivalent to these ancient principles. Today, researchers study what they call the gut-skin axis, and they've completely confirmed that dysbiosis, which, is really just the modern scientific term for a gut imbalance, much like that toxic ama we just talked about, directly drives conditions like acne and premature aging. The biological chatter between the bacteria in your digestive tract and the cells of your skin proves unequivocally that the skin truly is a mirror of the gut. So here's the timeline of how this inside-out defense actually works in real life. When we eat plant compounds called polyphenols, our gut microbes basically feast on them. They biotransform these raw materials into highly active compounds called postbiotics, which then travels systemically through our blood to provide literal, physical, biological armor at the dermal layer against UV rays and photoaging. Now, you might be wondering, why is this transformation step so critical? Well, while raw parent polyphenols from plants are great, they're kind of like unrefined crude oil, poorly absorbed and metabolized way too quickly. It's actually the postbiotics, the refined fuel created by our gut bugs, that have the superior bioavailability needed to survive that long journey through the bloodstream to actively protect our skin cells. These postbiotics are absolute powerhouses, perfectly bridging ancient wisdom and modern science. They boost your natural antioxidant enzymes to neutralize damage from the sun and pollution. But most impressively, they downregulate matrix metalloproteinases, or MMPs. Think of MMPs as these tiny biological scissors that just run around cutting up your precious collagen. Your gut bacteria are actively stopping those scissors. Which brings us to section 4, botanical armor against pollution. To prove this inside-out defense works in the real world, scientists ran a rigorous 12-week, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial. They tested a botanical supplement on 66 women working outdoors in heavily polluted urban environments. We're talking women constantly bombarded by toxic particulate matter, PM10 and PM2.5, which are absolutely notorious for causing severe oxidative stress, widespread inflammation, and rapid premature aging. Now, they didn't just give them a generic multivitamin. They used a highly precise 250 milligram daily blend of 4 specific polyphenol-rich plant extracts: rosemary, olive leaf, lemon verbena, and Sophora japonica.
This unique blend acts as the ultimate raw fuel for the gut-skin axis, primed and ready to be converted into defensive postbiotics. And the results? Completely undeniable. Look at this metric called FRAP, which essentially measures the skin's natural antioxidant capacity. Starting just 4 weeks into the trial, the group taking the botanical blend internally saw a massive spike in their skin's ability to fend off oxidative damage. The placebo group, they had virtually zero change. Let's put a hard number on that. By day 84 of the trial, the botanical group saw an incredible 21.9% boost in their skin's defensive status. Remember, these women were standing in severe urban smog every single day, yet their skin was actively building a shield and armoring itself from the inside out. That is huge.
And beyond that invisible protection, there were highly tangible hydration benefits. Across the 84 days, the botanical postbiotics significantly locked in moisture, giving them nearly a 10% overall improvement in moisturization. This was effectively repairing the very skin barrier that harsh pollution aggressively tries to break down.
Even more wildly, feeding the gut actually changed the physical structure of the skin. Subjects saw a 16.5% reduction in physical wrinkle depth around the eyes. By suppressing those collagen-destroying scissors we talked about earlier, they proved that saving your collagen really does start in your stomach.
And these benefits absolutely did not stop at the face. This study also monitored the scalp, an area we usually neglect, but one that takes a massive hit from air pollution. Subjects experienced a 14.1% improvement in scalp hydration, a measurable drop in water loss, and a 16% reduction in the excess oiliness that pollution so often triggers. Amazingly, 71% of the subjects with sensitive scalps reported visible reductions in redness and irritation.
So, all this clinical data beautifully and scientifically validates the timeless Ayurvedic principle we started with. The outer surface, whether it's your face or your scalp, is merely a reflection of your internal ecosystem. When your digestion is fueled with the right natural elements, your skin simply glows.
I'll leave you with this to ponder. If glowing skin and a resilient scalp are truly an inside job, what dietary armor will you choose to build your postbiotic defenses today? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope you walk away with a fresh perspective on how to truly nourish your skin.